Separated families Jonathan and Susie Lamb are leaving Daystar, as far as I'm aware. Oftentimes, a much more complex and individual tale is developing behind the glare of television and the potent message of religion. It became crystal clear why Jonathan and Susie Lamb quit Daystar Television Network when Joni Lamb and prominent Christian media personality Laura Lynn Tyler-Thompson had an honest discussion. Among Christian broadcasters, Daystar has been a mainstay for quite some time. The Lamb family runs the station with a passion for sharing the gospel. Unfortunately, this strategy went downhill when personal matters caused a dramatic change. Daystar lost two key members when Jonathan and Susie opted to leave. Concerns about their departure and its potential effect on the ministry's future started to circulate. The discussion between Joni Lamb and Laura Lynn Tyler-Thompson about this period in the Lamb family's history enthralled audiences with a timeless story of faith, perseverance, and reconciliation. A Family Matter, the origins of Daystar Television Network, began as a family business in 1997 by Marcus and Joni Lamb. Their three children, Jonathan, Rachel, and Rebecca, were raised in the ministry and in the limelight as part of a family legacy focused on proclaiming the gospel. Being the oldest boy in the group, Jonathan felt an inherent need to take charge. He and his wife, Susie, became Daystar household names as hosts and had a major impact on the network's international popularity. With their arrival came a sense of continuity and a new set of leaders taking the reins. However, serving is never easy. Marcus Lamb's death in November 2021 from complications connected to COVID-19 ended a period of good health for the family. In addition to causing a leadership void, his death brought to light issues that had been dormant for some time. Events following the demise of Marcus Lamb, the news of his death shocked and saddened Daystar's followers, as well as Marcus Lamb's loved ones. Joni Lamb, who had recently lost her husband, became the network's CEO during one of its most challenging seasons. Having said that, the leadership change wasn't without its problems. Relatives of the Lambs said that the family was going through a tough time trying to meet the changing demands of the network while still honoring Marcus's legacy. The leadership style of Marcus and Joni's grief process made it difficult for Jonathan and Susie to focus on their own ministry goals, which led to Susie and Jonathan's departure from Daystar. The departure of Jonathan and Susie Lamb shocked the Christian community. Their departure sent shockwaves through the network because Daystar's character relied so much on them. Concerning the precise circumstances behind their departure, there is still significant speculation in the public eye and private family affairs. Several important points have been emphasized. It was said that Susie and Jonathan were keen to try new things in order to appeal to a younger, more tech-savvy demographic. Nevertheless, Joni Lamb and the current leadership may not have shared their views on the radio station's normal operating procedures when it came to their recommendations for innovation and change. Family's ability to function is the second. Particular difficulties arise when a ministry is managed by members of the same family. Trying to juggle work and family responsibilities is no picnic. Her role as the mother of the network may not have been enjoyable for Jonathan, given Joni's need for independence and control. The third place goes to a personal call. Jonathan and Susie have spoken about their feeling called to a new season of service beyond Daystar in interviews. They weren't ignoring their family's past when they uprooted and moved away, but rather about conforming their life to God's will. Laura Lynn Tyler-Thompson, known for her sincere and unfiltered remarks, offered a new viewpoint. She has firsthand experience with the difficulties of balancing public duty, personal religion, and working in Christian media. Jonathan and Susie's decision to travel was something that Laura Lynn told Joni Lamb made her very sad. She talked on the profound impact of leaving a family church as a legacy, especially when it means starting over without a trace. Statements made by Joni Lamb. Joni Lamb displayed the resoluteness of a leader and the pain of a mother in her comments throughout the conversation. Even though she felt terrible about her son and daughter-in-law leaving Daystar, she saw it as a natural progression in their spiritual development. There is a unique plan that God has for each of us. Joni's remarks, even though it's hard to let go, I believe Jonathan and Susie are following his lead. No matter what the future holds, our family will always be there for each other. She had a good mix of vulnerability and strength in her response, which stressed the importance of submitting to God's control, even in ambiguous circumstances. Changes that Daystar undergoes. Because of Jonathan and Susie's departure, Daystar's administration and programming were obviously lacking. Fans who had grown to love the two and the network were disappointed when they left, and some wondered what would happen to Daystar without them. But Joni Lamb has made it clear that Daystar will not budge from its goal. The network has increased its outreach efforts, produced new programs, and maintained production of its most popular ones. The most recent installment of Jonathan and Susie's story, Jonathan and Susie Lamb, left Daystar at that point to start their own ministry. They have dropped hints that they want to start youth programs and make digital material. Jonathan recently thanked Daystar for his stay there and stressed the importance of listening to God's voice. He told me, Daystar will always be a part of who we are, but we think God is calling us to something new. We cannot wait to tell everyone about the approaching event, which has us absolutely giddy. A story about family and religion. Faith, self-discovery, and family complexity are the overarching themes of Jonathan and Susie Lamb's departure from Daystar. Even the most prominent ministries are making tough decisions, and this should serve as a warning. It was the hope of Laura Lynn Tyler-Thompson and Joni Lamb's audiences that God's plan would stand firm through thick and thin. Finally, Daystar Television Network will continue to lead the way in Christian television thanks to their combined efforts. Jonathan and Susie Lamb are entering a new phase in their ministry. They are still committed to sharing the religion, even though their journeys have taken different directions. The Lamb family still has a long road ahead of them. Their story shows how faith, family, and trusting God's plan, even when it changes your path, can change your life for the better.